Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, going to finish off the Psychotronica Volume 3. We're watching, I don't know what this is, YAMBAO, Cry of the Bewitched? I don't know. Let's check it out. Our film starts out in Cuba, 1850, slave plantation. Here's the master and his wife. His name is George. They're going to have a child. She's very pregnant.
Don't worry about me, darling. I am not the first woman to have a baby.
Years nobody's danced to the full moon. Not since Caridad died.
Hear the drums?
Or rather, since you killed her. That witch. She was evil. Not even the old master would defend her. Oh, YAMBAO.
YAMBAO's back. That is YAMBAO's granny, the one who was allegedly killed.
What your granny can do herself, you will.
This is where Granny was allegedly killed.
A meeting to kill her. Caridad was running. It was dark. She fell down there. And her body? No one ever found it. Next day, YAMBAO was gone. Witch!
There seems to be mixed feelings about YAMBAO. This guy was punished. Apparently the plague has returned.
The plague!
Stop it. That's the rose.
This guy wants to kill YAMBAO.
I know he's with her.
The master says no.
She's put a spell on him. Let me kill him, master.
No, Damian. And if anything happens to that girl, I'll hold you responsible.
Are you following me?
I don't want anything to happen to you.
You take care of yourself. The people are turning against you. Why?
Because I'm different. Because I'm free. Free as a wild bird in the woods. They hate me.
Like Frankenstein's monster, they chase her with torches.
Get out of my way! No! Don't you try to defend that witch! I won't let any harm come to her.
They catch her and they're planning to burn her.
I give you no rest and make you suffer. I'll make you all pay.
But the master's gonna come and save her.
George! Save me, George! Save me!
Shouldn't have saved you.
You'll be mine.
I think she likes him.
I'll make you lie awake and long for you'll be mine.
So YAMBAO gets a hold of some of the master's clothes and performs some sort of voodoo ceremony with them. I think it's a love thing she's got going on here. Shortly thereafter, the master gets really sick.
What is it? George? Master's got the fever. He's got the bad fever.
YAMBAO shows up and she says she can cure him.
I can cure him, Miss Beatrice. Don't let that witch in, Miss Beatrice. Go away. He's dying. You won't find the doctor.
YAMBAO pulls it off.
He lives. He's still living. I won't let him die. So I be far.
She has cast a spell on him.
You will love nobody but YAMBAO.
When he hears the name.
You're YAMBAO. The son of the man
Back to Grandma again.
who did me so much harm. What do you want here? Get out! He's dying. And I love him.
There's Granny
I
again.
only carry on for revenge.
She wants YAMBAO to kill
You
her.
must keep your promise. You must kill him. And with your own hands. I don't want to harm anyone, Granny. Save him. Give him back the life you're taking away from him. Or take my own.
Well, sure shit, it worked.
Be safe.
There's a lot of singing and dancing in this movie. This is some of it. YAMBAO goes to George. And her powers seem to be working. This guy likes YAMBAO and he's a little jealous.
I still love her.
But she doesn't love you. She loves the master.
You're lying.
It's true, Lazaro, true. They've been seen together. Ask anybody.
No, I promise you.
He's planning to run away with her.
But we must wait a little longer.
For what?
For my son's birth.
I'll give you all the sons you want. I'm strong and young.
But not this son, YAMBAO. I want to see him with my own eyes. Just once. And then we shall go away.
Of course, after his son is born, he has a change of heart.
Forgive me. Please forgive me. I must have been mad. But never.
He doesn't hear me anymore, Granny.
YAMBAO's distraught now.
That child's stronger than me.
But Granny has a plan.
I hate him. I must kill him. The child isn't enough to tie a man. She's also your enemy. You must kill them both. Mother and child. Kill them. Kill them.
That's the end of Granny. And apparently, YAMBAO must have been under a spell from Granny. Maybe she's not going to kill. Granny's definitely dead.
He wants to get into YAMBAO.
But the spirit of Granny is apparently going into YAMBAO. And she tries to kill George. To no avail.
YAMBAO.
And the night drops again. I'm not sure exactly what happened here, but YAMBAO suddenly had some sort of freak out. And takes a dive off the cliff. And that's the end of our YAMBAO. And the end of our film. Alright, let's talk about this movie, YAMBAO. YAMBAO, Cry of the Bewitched is an alternate title for this thing, 1957. Strange little film. Obviously, you saw it there. It's takes place. It's a Mexican film. It's all dubbed. It takes place in Cuba in 1850, and there's a bunch of people or slaves on a slave plantation, a sugarcane plantation. YAMBAO is the granddaughter of this woman who was allegedly killed years earlier because she was some sort of sorceress, witch, or something. Turns out she wasn't dead, though, but nonetheless, her granddaughter, YAMBAO, is back now, and she's got the spirit of her grandma in there, and she's casting spells on people. She casts a love spell on George, the master at the plantation, whose wife is about to give birth to their son soon here. She heals him from his plague, I guess, and then the love spell works. He falls for her, but then his son is born, and then that is too powerful of a thing to overcome for YAMBAO, so he goes back with his wife, who forgives him, and everything is fine. Then we turn out that the grandma, the sorceress, was not dead. YAMBAO goes back to her, defies her for a while. Then she ends up getting killed, does the grandma, and then at the end of the movie, I don't know, it seemed weird. I don't know what was wrong with YAMBAO. She tried to stab the master, and then she ended up falling off a cliff. End of movie. I don't know. Also interesting in this movie, there was a brief scene, maybe about 30 seconds long, where YAMBAO is skinny dipping, and she's topless. We see her boobs and her butt, while the master is watching her, and she's smiling at him. So anyway, 1957 this thing came out, just a silly little film. There was a lot of singing and dancing in this movie, a lot of the like slave chants and slave songs. Some of them actually weren't that bad. It just seemed odd. It seemed like a good chunk of this movie was spent in the fields with a lot of singing. I tried to look at the soundtrack of this movie on IMDb. There's no listing for it, so I have no idea what these people were singing or what it was. But anyway, there it is. So anyway, strange little film. It was okay. Nothing great. Nothing special here. Surprised to see that nude scene from a film from 1957. But hey, 60 years old, right? So anyway, you can get this movie on the Psychotronic Volume 3 with Mermaids of Tiburon, which I reviewed a week or so ago. There's 4 volumes of the Psychotronic. I've got all 4 of them, and I'm going to be watching the 2 films on Part 4 soon as well. So you can probably get this for maybe $15 or so. Sometimes they run a little higher. I don't know, but check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. It's called YAMBAO, otherwise known as Cry of the Bewitched. Let me know what you think.